Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Al Burns Memorial Field, home of the Great Bend Batcats, where the Batcats 9-0 in conference play will take on the Newton Sluggin Rebels, who have dropped from second to third in the Sunflower Collegiate League after yesterday's loss to the Great Bend Batcats 4-1. Braden Tower was sensational on the mound for the Batcats, went 7 2/3 and only allowed one run to Newton, who is a very powerful offense, as you can see, hitting over 300 for the season. But the Badcats were able to keep them in check, and on the other side did just enough, scratched out a couple of runs against the combination of Drake Gerard and Zach Gillig, and they found their way to 9-0. They're on a franchise best 11 game winning streak as Great Bend is rolling. Simple as that. They're trying to keep it going against the Newton Sluggin Rebels to try and get to an unprecedented 10-0 to start the season here in conference play. They are 3 games clear of the Cheney Diamond Dogs in the standings right now, so cannot get off to a better start if you're Great Bend. Trying to keep it going against Newton, who's 5-3. They're still a very dangerous team, and the Badcats know it. They played well yesterday, but it's just one game for them, and they've got to keep this momentum rolling for them if they want to have continued success here in the Sunflower Collegiate League. We thank you for joining us here on the Badcats Media Network. My name is Mark McClure. I'll be taking you through tonight's action here from Al Burns Memorial Field. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for today's games, brought to you by Victory Barber Shop. And we'll start it off with the visiting Newton Rebels. Is this how they'll line it up today? Ethan Guerra gets the leadoff spot again. He moves from second to third. From a defensive position standpoint today, it'll be followed by Easton Elliott, who we didn't see yesterday. Drake Gerard came in as a pinch hitter yesterday. Gray Rowlett, Dalton Patton, Connor Owens, all got the start yesterday. Jackson Young will be behind the dish. Brandon Harper in left, and Jack Bell out in center field. That top of the lineup, very dangerous for the Sluggin Rebels. As you can see there, Guerra in particular has been dominant so far, but the Badcats did hold him in check yesterday. He was 0 for 4. On the other side, here's how the Badcats will line it up today. Again, that same look at the top of the order, Rogers, Gates, and Larinaga. That seems to be a trio that Roger Ward likes at the top of his lineup. He'll be followed by Bodie Waller, who is back from his one-game suspension. He'll be hitting cleanup and playing first. Colby Christian, Coulter Maldonado, and Brady Kreitzer, the 5-6-7. Cy Schumacher will give Connor Allen a break behind the plate, and Rathan Malone gets another start over at shortstop. So that's how both these squads will line it up today here at Al Burns Memorial Field for the second game of this series between these two teams, and the final one here at Al Burns Memorial Field. The Badcats trying to make it a perfect 2-0 at home against the Rebels before they head to Newton to play on Friday and Sunday to finish out the series. We're going to step aside here on the Badcats Media Network. Time for the national anthem here at Al Burns Memorial Field. We'll have first pitch when we come back. Time to play baseball here in Great Bend as the Batcats and Newton Slugging Rebels get ready for appearance number 2 this season, or meeting number 2, I should say. Batcats got the win yesterday, 4-1, powered by Braden Tower, who actually joins us in the booth today for this edition of Batcats Baseball. My name is Mark McClure, and it's great to have you with us here for this one. And we're going to see Cade McWilliams take the mound as a starter for the Batcats, left-hander out of Hendrix College. He's done a lot of finishing, mostly for the Batcats, and this will be his first start. So we'll kind of see how he adjusts in that one. And Braden, kind of what is the difference, when you're coming in for a start as opposed to coming out of the pen?
Starting, you're more worried about throwing strikes and keeping that pitch count down and trusting the defense. And then, at least from my experience, when I come out of the bullpen, I'm trying to throw as hard as I can every single pitch so I can strike out and just get out of the inning.
It's time to get ready for action here in Great Bend as we will start things off with Ethan Garrett, third baseman. Today he played at second yesterday. 0 for 4, surprising 0 for 4. Dropped his batting average from 600 to 500, but still very dangerous. Has 2 grand slams already this year and 10 RBIs on the season, but McWilliams gets across the first pitch strike. Get this game underway. First pitch, 7:02 Central. Swinging a pop-up to the left side. Rathan Malone calling everybody off and makes the catch for the first out. And that'll bring up someone we did not see yesterday, Easton Elliott, left-handed bat for this Sluggin Rebels unit. Elliott hitting .471, 8 for 17. First pitch ball, though, to him from McWilliams from Johnson County Community College, Wichita, Kansas native. Swinging a hard grounder to first base. Bodie Waller stabs it, and he'll take it to the bag himself. And just in time, as a matter of fact, Elliott made that a play. But Bodie just barely got there for out number 2. So a great start for Cade McWilliams on the bump. As you said, Braden, starting by keeping that pitch count down. And this brings up Drake Gerard. Gerard appeared as both a pitcher and pinch hitter in the game yesterday. Pitched 5 innings. One's outside to him. 1 ball, no strikes. Overall, pitch solidly kept Newton in the ball game for as long as possible. The bats just never woke up for the Rebels all night long, as that one's inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Gerard. Here's a set in the pitch from McWilliams. That one a swinging bunt right in front of the mound. Here is McWilliams, and he fields his position beautifully to get the final out of the inning. Kept it under 10 pitches for the first inning for Cade McWilliams. A great start for him. Will the bats respond? They have their first chance when we come back on the Batcats Media Network.
This is your third baseman, Adam Musto, and you're watching Batcats Baseball on Batcats Media Network.
Batcats ready to get going offensively here. Bottom of the first inning, and they will be facing off against a right-hander, Jeremy Bingesser. Bingesser is a high school graduate from Healy Secondary in Minnesota. He's committed to go to Wichita State for next season after originally being committed to East Carolina. Here's the first pitch, and that one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And interesting, Braden, Bingesser on the mound throws from a 3/4 arm slot and exclusively works out of the stretch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely going to help him out, especially if he gets into trouble with people on the bases. But his arm angle doesn't look too deceiving, so I'm sure that our offense, being as hot as it is, shouldn't have a problem picking it up.
1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Rogers, who has been tearing the cover off the baseball in recent weeks. That pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. And started off a little bit rough for Alex, but he's up to a 382 average. That is up from 167 on June the 5th. So pretty much ever since conference play has started, he's been a difference maker. That one's up high. 3 balls and a strike. He's walked in 3 of his last 4 games, so that's part of what's made him so difficult to face in the box. The pitch, and this one hit out towards right center, fairly deep out there. Bell going back, and he makes an overhead catch for out number 1.
It's a good swing.
The left fielder, number 17, Kyle Gates.
And that brings up another guy who's been smoking the ball, Kyle Gates. Gates comes in after a 2-hit outing yesterday. He has his average up to 483, 14 hits this season, second best on the squad. The first pitch to him, he's going to foul this one down the left field line, and that one gets out of play. It's 1 home run this season, came here at Al Burns Memorial Field, hit it over the tall wall in right field, first one in the history of that wall being up there, which is 2 seasons. 0-1 pitch. Takes it down and in. And the count goes to 1-1. Bingesser ready. Here's the pitch. And this one fouled off of Kyle's foot. He'll walk that one off, take the long stroll around the back side of the plate. And the home plate umpire, Hunter Fitzpatrick, will give him a moment as well. Gates into a little bit of a crouch by the batter's box, and that it does give us an opportunity to introduce today's umpires. Hunter Fitzpatrick, as I mentioned, will call balls and strikes today, and making the calls on the bases will be Matt Weaver. No score, bottom of the first inning. Gates looks like he's shaking it off. He's behind 1-2 in this count. Bingesser ready, the pitch. Breaking ball, just couldn't pick out the outside corner. Jackson Young wanted it behind the plate. This is more of a future battery. Young plays at Wichita State, just finished his first season down there at X Stadium, and he'll be joined by Bingesser this coming season. This one rolled to the right side. Gray rallied up with it, throws to first, and that'll be out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 25, Simon Laranaga.
I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, but here's another guy that's really hitting the ball well. Simon Laranaga, 552, 16 hits and 29 at-bats, 14 RBIs, ties the team lead with Kyle Gates. 3 home runs is a team lead for him. And in addition to that, he's only struck out 3 times. He's been really putting the ball in play for the Batcats. First pitch breaking ball is on the inside corner, 0-1.
It's definitely impressive that this guy, for being a power hitter, only struck out 3 times this year.
0-1. This one ripped to third, and that gets under the glove of Ethan Guerra into left field, and we have our first hit of the game. Goes to Simon Laranaga, 17 for 30 on the season. Cannot get much better than that. And an opportunity to hit in the first inning for Bodie Waller, the power-hitting first baseman, who hits from the left side. Here's the first pitch to Bodie, and he swings and hits this one in the air to left field. Didn't get much of it, and it is Patton that drops the ball, as a matter of fact, as Laranaga gets to third base. And that puts runners on the corners. Newton giving the Batcats extra outs. That won't be in as an error because it didn't look like it hit Patton's glove, but they had 4 errors yesterday, just too many extra opportunities being granted by Newton. See if the Batcats can make him pay here with the Colby Christian stepping up. Here's the first pitch to Colby. That's down low. Couple hits yesterday for Colby to go with an RBI, double, a single. Stolen base. Pretty successful overall. 1-0 from Bingessler. Just want to chop her to third. Going to be an awfully hard play for Gary. He's up with it, throws. Going to be a close play. He's out at first. Roger Ward, hands in the air, palms towards the sky, but it doesn't look like he's going to make a big fuss about it, as Christian called out at first base on a bang-bang play. That retires the side. Both teams can't get any across in the first as we go to the second. We're scoreless in Great Bend.
This is Batcats pitcher Dash Elvis. You're watching Batcats baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
We're into the second inning here in Great Bend. No score between the Batcats and the Sluggin Rebels. Cade McWilliams back to the bump. Had no issues in the first inning. 1-2-3. First pitch, and that's a strike in there. 0-1. Leading off this inning for the Sluggin Rebels is Gray Rowlett, the second baseman, DH'd yesterday. Swinging a foul ball. That hit Cy Schumacher and got him pretty good. Not the first time Schumacher's been hit this year. Try and walk that off. Catchers are Warriors back there, sliding around all day and sometimes get in the way of back swings, or in that case, a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Up and away. A little bit of a non-competitive one from McWilliams, but it does raise the eye level. Break something off here if he wants to pitch. And that one down low. Williams went high with 2 strikes, then low. Couldn't get a swing on either one from Rowlett, and the count's even at 2-2. And lefty's pitch is fought off over by third, and TJ English makes a great play at third base. Two balls, 2 strikes. And McWilliams deals. This one hit sharply towards short, and it gets out of the glove of Rathan Maloney. Did knock it down, but that'll be an infield hit for Rowlett. There's some traffic here for McWilliams, and we'll see him out of the stretch for the first time. Brings up the shortstop, Dalton Patton. Here's the first pitch from McWilliams, and that's fouled off. That may have caught Schumacher again. Schumacher stepping in front of the plate here, and now ready to fire that back at McWilliams. Looked like he had something on his arm. No one coming. Scoring a bunt. This one a high bouncer. It's fielded by Schumacher. He spin throws it to first, but it was foul. 0-2. McWilliams way ahead here on Patton, the shortstop. So for 4 yesterday. Looking for the punch out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up to the right side. This is more in foul ground. Waller is over there, but that one's going to hit off the top of the net. So we'll go again 0-2. In with a runner on first base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging on the grounder foul, and TJ English getting a workout over there at third. And we'll say TJ English, he's made some really high-effort plays over in the third base coaching box. He really goes all out. This one sharply grounded to shortstop. Could be 2. Rathan Malone flips it over to Brady Kreitzer to first. And they got him. Cade McWilliams rolls 2. And now there's 2 gone in the top of the second inning.
That's what you call a pitcher's best friend right there. Double play.
Now that'll bring up the first baseman Connor Owens, who watches the first pitch go by. One ball, no strikes. Here is the 1-0. That's outside again, 2-0. Williams behind here. He's into his motion, and this one's down low, and the count's 3-0. First time McWilliams has really fallen behind. Got to get back into the strike zone, but it will be a 4-pitch walk to Connor Owens. First walk allowed by McWilliams. He'll be working back out of the stretch, brings up Jackson Young. Young off to a tough start, 1 for 11 to start the season with 7 punches. Swings and fouls the first pitch away down the right side. McWilliams sends one inside, this time on Young. And the count evens up. It's 1-1. Young from Stillwater. Didn't see any game action this season with the Shockers. That's down low. Tough season overall for Eric Wedge and company down there in Wichita. They lost their first 6 and really never got it going. Finished 15 games under 500. Quickly dispatched in 2 games in the American Conference Tournament. 2-2.
Oh.
And that's on the outside corner. Beautiful. Like a piece of artwork from Cade McWilliams as that gets the Batcats out of the top of the 2nd inning. And they'll have an opportunity to grab the bats, try and give Cade McWilliams some run support when we come back on the Batcats Media Network.
This is outfielder Kyle Gates, and you're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
And the Batcats back at the plate, starting with Coulter Maldonado to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. Third baseman for the Batcats in this one. This one way down in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes as Bengesser is looking for a little bit of a smoother bottom of the 2nd. Gave up a couple of hits in the 1st, but one he really couldn't put on him. He induced a pop-up over towards shallow left field, and it was dropped by Dalton Patton. Bengesser ready to pitch as Maldonado fouls it away. Maldonado only 14 at bats so far this season, but he's produced in that little opportunity. 7 for 14, exactly 500. 2-1. This one slapped towards the middle. This is stopped by Rowlett. Throws to first off balance. It was a little high, but big target over there, and Connor Owens brought it down for out number 1.
The 2nd baseman, number 6, Brady Kreitzer.
Bring up the little man with a lot of pop, Brady Kreitzer. .5'8", 170, right-handed hitter from Fort Hays State, but that little frame kind of masked the pop that this guy has in his bat. A couple of doubles already this season. Total of 3 doubles, 4 RBIs for Kreitzer. 0-1, swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. No 2 pitch. Kreitzer swings and misses there. 3 pitches, and Kreitzer back to the dugout for a strikeout for Bingesser. Couldn't really put up much of a fight there, and this brings up Cy Schumacher. We mentioned it the first time we had walk-up songs here at Al Burns Memorial Field, but, I mean, easily the most ridiculous of the group. Cy belongs to Cy Schumacher.
The good elevator music.
I mean, that's a great way to describe it. It is elevator music. One 0 coming here to Schumacher. Inside, takes it 2-0. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he did not pick that song. I don't know if he lost his fantasy football league or what it was for him to have that walk-up song. I mean, unless that does just get him fired up. Here's a 2-0. Little half swing, didn't really go around. 3-0. Bingesser way behind here against Cy Schumacher. The pitch. Right down the pipe. 3 balls and a strike. Looked like a take all the way from Schumacher, but now he should be able to swing away if he finds something he likes. Here's the pitch, and Schumacher rips one to right field. Down towards the corner, and that's fair. Down in towards the right field foul line. Schumacher not stopping at second. He's pushing for 3, and he is going to slide in safe. How about that from Cy Schumacher? I was literally about to mention that he hasn't had an extra base hit all season. He's not the biggest power guy on the team, but that ball was ripped, and he chugged around the bases to get all the way to third. First pitch coming to Rathan Malone with the opening run of this game 90 feet away. Bingesser advances at third. Here's the pitch. And this one popped on the infield, in towards foul ground. Young over by the net, just got out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. A little bit of a rough patch here for Rathan Malone. 4 hits and 30 at-bats for him. It's a 133 batting average. Leads the team in strikeouts with 11. Here's the 0-2. Just inside. Really good take there. And tried to sneak towards the inside corner. Didn't quite get there. Malone lives to see a 1-2 pitch. Bingesser, the young righty, will deal. This one floated left center field. That's towards no man's land and drops the base hit. Coming across to score Schumacher. Rathan Malone grabs the knock and alongside an RBI, and the Bad Cats have a 1-0 lead. Not hit hard, but hit in the right spot for Rathan Malone. That turns the lineup over. Brings Alex Rogers to the plate. First pitch. That breaking ball just doesn't seem to have the right spot on it right now for Bingesser. Trying to front door, but he's not getting the call. 1-0 fastball. This one hit into shallow center field. Patton underneath it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the Mad Cats scratch one across. Little flare single from Ratham Malone drives inside Schumacher. Mad Cats have the early edge.
This is Batcats, first baseman Simon Larinaga. You're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
Welcome back here on the Batcats Media Network. 1-0 Great Bend as we have a defensive change here. Dawson French is into the game in left field for Kyle Gates, possibly related to that foul ball he took off of his ankle. Leading off here, Brandon Harper. Takes 2 balls to start off the at-bat, 2-0. Batcats have kind of had issues with that, with the foul balls hitting their own guys. Looks like Gates may have to be relieved for that. And on the other side of the outfield, Colby Christian is playing, but playing through some pain out there after he fouled one off of his foot yesterday. Pitch to Harper, and that one dropped right off the table. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McWilliams wind up the pitch. This one fouled off as Harper stays in there. Harper 3 for 10 here in the early going. Got hits in 3 straight games as he fouls off another. Harper normally a catcher, but he's out in the outfield today, so he's versatile. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, plays at Eastern Oklahoma State as he swings and misses at that. 1 strike, 3. McWilliams with back-to-back punches has 2 strikeouts in this one. Looks like he's really getting settled in out there, Braden.
It's looking good. He's, other than that 4-pitch walk, most of the at-bats have been really competitive, which is what you want to look for as a starter.
Jack Bell at the plate, squares to bunt. That one inside. Pulled back, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. Inside again, 2 balls and no strikes to Bell. First time the Batcats have seen Bell in this series. plays at Coffeyville. 2-0. He's on the outside corner strike as McWilliams back in the zone, went inside, and then caught the corner on the outside. Here's the 2-1. This one out to the opposite field. Christian coming in. He lays out, but it gets by him. Turning for second is Bell. He slides, and he's going to be safe as he takes out Rathan Malone's legs. Really great effort out in right by Christian. Just barely couldn't haul it in. But it's a runner in scoring position for the first time for the Newton Sluggin Rebels as we go to the top of the order in Ethan Guerra. So McWilliams ready. Here's the first offering, and that's inside. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off. McWilliams pauses, 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1. And that's down low. 3 balls and a strike. And some danger here. Hitters count for Guerra, who has had a good start to the season and runner in scoring position. Here's the 3-1. Way inside, ball 4. And that'll put 2 on with just 1 out. Second walk from McWilliams, and we'll see an appearance here from Roger Ward. Makes his way out. McWilliams struck out the first hitter this inning, but then a double and a walk puts him in some trouble here. The rest of the infield will join Roger Ward on the mound. Cats have a small lead here in the early going, but Newton trying to muster a response in the top of the 3rd inning.
That walk wasn't the worst walk in the world because now it sets up lefty-lefty. It also sets up the double play, so you're 1 pitch away from a ending inning double play.
He's turned 1 already in this game, a 6-4-3 back in the 2nd inning. See Hunter Fitzpatrick, home plate umpire, taking a step aside now. He'll get ready to go again. 2 on, 1 out. And Easton Elliott at the plate. And a double steal on here. This one's high. They'll throw down to second base, and they're in safely both as Guerra steals second, Bell steals third. Now 2 in scoring position. A single could give Newton the lead. And a good pitch to throw down on, but such a good jump there. Prevented Cy Schumacher from doing anything. Here's the pitch. And this one to the left side. That's going to squeak through the infield. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. They'll wave around Guerra. Here's the throw from French. Play at the plate. It skips away from Cy Schumacher. Both score. As Elliott gets to second base, Newton has taken the lead 2-1. Throw was just a little low from Dawson French. Made it difficult for Schumacher to make a play, and now Newton all of a sudden has taken the lead, their first lead of this series, after they trailed all day yesterday. Still a chance for more here with the designated hitter Drake Gerard stepping in against McWilliams. The first pitch is a high pop-up to the left side. Should stay in the infield. And Maldonado makes the catch, 2 away. Runner at second stays where he is, and Gray Rowlett will be next to hit for the Sluggin Rebels. Williams trying to limit the damage as the first pitch is called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Rowlett 1 for 1 with an infield hit. A 1 coming, and this one tattooed out to left center field. Alex Rogers on his horse. He dives, and he does it again. Alex Rogers with more larceny in the outfield. It's his second diving catch this season. My goodness, he is a safety blanket out there for any pitcher on the mound. Rebels do get 2 across, but Alex Rogers just saved another one from coming through. 2-1 the score as we go to the bottom of the third on the Bad Cats Media Network.
This is Bodie Waller, first baseman, and you're watching Bad Cat Baseball on Bad Cat Media Network.
Good one here early between the Bad Cats and Newton Rebels. 2-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Getting his first at-bat, Dawson French entered the game last half inning for Kyle Gates. Playing out in left field as Jeremy Bingesser is ready. Here's the first pitch. That's a strike. Down and away, 0-1. Pause from Bingesser and the pitch. That one's upstairs. Tough to lose. Gates bat at the top of the lineup. See if French can step up. The 1-1 coming. And he takes it outside.
It's a good thing about this team is, as we've done before, we can put in a fresh new 9 every time and still compete at the same level that we can before.
French 4 for 20 so far this season, 200 batting average. He turns on that one and rips it into the dugout. Two balls, 2 strikes for French. Bad Cats now behind. Haven't trailed much at all this season, in all honesty. See how they adjust as Bingesser's ready. Here's the 2-2. This one popped up foul ground. Will it stay in play? It will not. 4 feet past the fence. And the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to French. Deep breath and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off it there. And French is down on strikes for the first out.
The designated hitter, number 25, Simon Laranaga.
Now that'll bring up the 3-hole Simon Laranaga. Singled in his first at-bat against Bingesser. His 17th hit in just 30 at-bats his last time at the plate. First pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Nightcat's trying to get something going here in the home half of the third after just giving up the lead in the top of the third inning. 1-0, swing and a miss, good one on the outside part of the plate. And the count evens up. Temple College guys, Laranaga, one of them, really been carrying a lot of the load offensively. Combine him with guys like Gates and Colby Christian, among others. A lot working there for the Batcats. Good pipeline for them. Here's the 2-1. This one hit out towards center field. Originally came charging in on it, Jack Bell, but he put the brakes on and made the catch. 2 away. But even with that out for Simon Laranaga, you can still see how much he's driving the baseball.
That was a very loud out.
So now it'll be the lefty Bodie Waller. He had a hit his first time up, throw that in air quotes, though, because it probably should have been a pop-out, but it was dropped by Dalton Patton. First pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Waller back in the lineup today after missing yesterday's game. He was serving a 1-game suspension for getting thrown out of the previous game against 316 Elite for barreling into the catcher. He smokes one foul here. 1 ball, 1 strike in. There's a play at the plate. Throw took the catcher up the line, and Bodie kind of ran through him. Ended up calling Bodie out, and he also was run out of the game for malicious contact. Here comes the 1-1. And this one smoked to second. It's played off a bounce by Rowlett, and he's struggling to find the ball. And it'll be probably a single. But we'll see how it's scored. Either way, Waller on first, and the inning will continue for Colby Christian. It's a tough play for Rowlett. Looked like he kind of got caught between trying to make the catch straight on the line and playing it off a bounce and got himself tied up in knots. Here's the pitch to Christian. Breaking ball. Swings through it. 0-1. Looks like around 10-4 action or so on Bingesser's breaking ball. The 0-1, swing and a miss again, nothing in 2. It's featured primarily 3 pitches, that curveball to go along with the heater, and he's thrown a change or 2. I guess he'll throw over to first. Bodie Waller got hit. And the Batcats just getting beat up today. All around foul balls, hitting guys. Whether it's Kyle Gates or Cy Schumacher. And now getting thrown at when they're not even in the batter's box. 0-2 coming, and this one off the end of the bat towards second base. And the stop was made by Rowlett, but again, he can't make a play. That one will be an error on Rowlett. E4 allows the inning to continue, and we talked about it in the first when Waller reached on that ball that landed in the outfield that probably should have been caught. Extra chances, and the Batcats are getting another one here. And pitcher just has to drive you insane on the mound when you're making the pitch, you're forcing light contact, but you still can't get the out.
Definitely gets frustrating.
First pitch down low to Coulter Maldonado, 1 ball, no strikes. And you had talked about it yesterday, how important strong defense is. And the Batcats made some really nice plays yesterday, and you're seeing the opposite side of that today for Newton.
Yeah, as a starter, you definitely don't want your pitch count going up because of errors. So seeing that they've already had a couple in the first couple innings is definitely not something you want to see as their starter.
1 ball, 1 strike to Maldonado. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away by Maldonado. Just off to the bottom of the bat. And the count will be 1-2 to the Batcats' third baseman. Maldonado, a utility guy, can pretty much play all over the infield. Second, third play a little bit of short as well in his career. So always a asset to have a guy like that in your lineup that can play all over. 2-on, 2 out for the Cats. Here's the pitch from Bingesser, and that one's down low. There's a good block there from Jackson Young behind the dish. So it'll be a 2-2 pitch coming up. Bingesser rears back, fires, and this one grounded to third base. Stopped there by Guerra. He'll throw across the diamond, and it is just in time to get Maldonado by a step, and that retires the side. Batcats strand a pair in the bottom of the third inning, and it remains a 2-1 game going to the fourth here on the Batcats Media Network. Stay with us.
This is Alex Rogers. You're watching Batcat Baseball on the Batcat Media Network.
Set to start the fourth inning here on the Bad Cats Media Network as we have a pitching change for Great Bend for the first time working out of the bullpen. It's J.C. Gonzalez. J.C. 1-1 record on the season. He started in his previous 2 outings. And his first pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gonzalez worked against the Hayes Larks, went 5 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits, and then had a great bounce-back effort against Mulvane, going 7 innings, giving up just 1 run on 2 hits, 9 strikeouts in that game for J.C. Leadoff hitter here for the Sluggin Rebels is Dalton Patton. As the shortstop hits one right side weakly as Kreitzer fields. He throws to first, and it's just in time to get Patton. For J.C. Gonzalez, he's not going to knock your socks off with velocity, but what he's going to do is really showcase his movement and his ability to just keep the hitters off balance.
Yeah, one of his main things that he does is he has like 2 or 3 different windups that he does just to mess with hitters' timing, so they're either out in front or behind.
That's the one thing about JC. He's one of the veteran guys on the team out of Southwestern Christian. And he just finds ways to win the mental game out there on the mound. Pitches from the third base side of the rubber. Connor Owens steps in. He'll take a first pitch ball. That's 1-0. Owens walked his first time up. For McWilliams, it's 3 innings of work. 2 runs that were earned. 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Last pitch missed to Owens. 3 balls, no strikes. Gonzalez set and the pitch inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Way behind here to Owens, who's already walked once, eyeing a second. Rio. Strike, a late signal there from Hunter Fitzpatrick. You can see Owens paused, thought that would be ball 4, did not get the call. JC trying to battle his way back into the zone, and he'll actually hit Owens on the hip. Puts a runner on first base. So this will bring Jackson Young to the plate. Looks like J.C. Gonzalez made the decision before the game to put the hair in the bun. He did not have it yesterday, let it hang down, or in his last start, let it hang down, and had to have a midday hair salon on the bump when he couldn't keep his hat on. He's rocking more of a pigtail vibe, though, today.
I think he got his hair cut.
He may have done that, too.
It doesn't look like he has that bun anymore unless you put it in pigtails.
So Jackson Young will step back in after that long foul ball strike. That one outside. And the count's 1-1. Gonzalez ready. The 1-1. Inside again, 2 balls and a strike. Gonzalez will take a moment to step off the back of the mound here, reset himself. He's missed a little bit inside here to these Rebels hitters. Here's the pitch, and this one on the ground over to third base. That one just barely foul, down by Coulter Maldonado. Got to be 2-2. Young 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. And then here's that long pause that you see from time to time with Gonzalez, the pitch. This one to third. This one just fair. Maldonado's got a long throw, and he throws it to nowhere town, and that ball gets all the way near the bullpen. And they'll allow runners to get to second and third. Owens gets over to third, and Young over to second. Will be an error on Maldonado, but will also be a hit. As Young was legging that one out, would have been in safely either way. So 2 in scoring position for Brandon Harper. We talked about that long pause before for JC, kind of mixes things up. And what the really impressive part about it is that doesn't kind of knock off his rhythm. You see guys try to get into that rhythm, same gap between pitches every single time. But JC mixes it up, but it still doesn't seem to affect his control that much.
Yeah, it feels like his rhythm is whatever he wants it to be, either fast or slow, which in turn messes up the hitters, which is what you want to do as a pitcher. So he looks comfortable up there regardless.
He's in a little bit of trouble here with a couple runners on and 1 out. Brandon Harper 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but a chance to bring a few home with a hit. And that right there was a pretty pitch on the outside corner. It's really tough for lefties against J.C. Gonzalez. Just hides that ball for an awfully long time. Head over to be a huge strikeout for JC. And that one just high. Good spot, though. Opens up the rest of the arsenal for Gonzalez. Gonzalez waits 1-2. This one roped to second base. Caught there by Kreitzer. Did they double him up? Yes, sir! I'll take one of those, please. Brady Kreitzer with the line out. Quick turn to second, and they turn a double play that gets the Bad Cats out of the inning, and the score stays 2-1 going to the bottom of the fourth on the Bad Cats Media Network. How about that, Brady Kreitzer?
This is Batcats assistant coach Jonathan Mariani, and you're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
Back to Bad Cats Baseball here on the Bad Cats Media Network. Mark Moore and Braden Tower calling the action here for you as we have a new pitcher for the Newton Sluggin Rebels, a left-hander that will be going to Fort Hays State, Justin Nace.
Future teammates right here.
Kreitzer at the plate. This pitch is hit high in the air towards first base, and it's caught over there by Connor Owens for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, number 26, Cy Shoemaker.
This will bring up Schumacher. First pitch is outside. Schumacher had a triple. You did not hear that wrong. A triple for Cy Schumacher's last time up. Ripped him down into the corner. Not the most fleet of foot catcher you'll find in college baseball, but man, he's got a motor. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steps in. Here's the pitch from Nace, and that one's down low. 2 balls and a strike. Schumacher and Allen have pretty much just been switching off the games as Grant Farlander's been away from the team for a short period of time, but he is back, so the Cats now have 3 active catchers again. Schumacher hits the nod here tonight. 2-1, and this one slapped down there to the right field line again, and that one was foul, though. Set at the chin. Here's the 2-2. That one got a little bit past Jackson Young.
What the worms ever do to you?
And the count's 3-2. The retaining wall behind home plate definitely creates some drama
Oh, yeah.
on a lot of plays because you never know how it's going to bounce. Sometimes it's going to bounce right back to the plate. It hurt the Bad Cats a couple days ago against 3-1-6 when Colby Christian tried to advance, and it came right back to the plate, and he got tagged out. Schumacher swings and misses there. First strikeout for Nace. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Rathan Malone.
Rathan Malone.
The first pitch to Malone. That one by the letters, but that one missed. Ball and no strikes. Malone, a little flare single back in the second inning, drove in the Bad Cats' only run. Takes the 1-0 pitch, but that one on the outside corner, 1-1. Bad Cats hoping that gets Rathan going. A little confidence for you. 1-1 pitch and a little broken bat ball towards second base, but Gray routes a big man over there. A lot of wingspan makes that catch for out number 3. Cats go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1 ball game. There's the 5th inning coming up next here from Great Bend.
This is left-handed pitcher Matt Nedved, and you're watching Batcat Baseball on the Batcat Media Network.
Jack Bell to lead off against J.C. Gonzalez here in the 5th inning, and it'll be a first pitch knockout to left field. So no wasting any time there for Bell. Early traffic again here for J.C. immediately back out of the stretch. The cool weather yesterday was just a short break. Like anyone who works a 9 to 5 knows, your breaks end very quickly. 91 and humid. After an 80-ish day yesterday with no humidity, beautiful day for baseball. We're back to the scorchers, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. High 90s, low hundreds for the next 10 days.
Not fun.
That one just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the top of the order, this is Ethan Guerra at the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the ready and the pitch. Runner going here, throw down by Schumacher, tagged down by Kreitzer, but just barely not in time as Bell got in there. It's a stolen base, third stolen base of the night for the Sluggin Rebels. Puts one in scoring position here. Some dangerous bats due up at Guerra. Elliott, Gerard, the next 3. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just low. 3 balls and a strike. Dangerous count with Guerra at the plate. And we'll see. JC call time. Did a little walk around. This is all part of his pitching style. Every pause has a reasoning. 3-1 inside. That one nearly got Guerra. His second walk of the game puts runners on at first and second for Easton Elliott, who's already done damage in this game. 2 RBI single back in the 3rd. JC worked out of trouble in the top of the 4th, got a line-out double play. 10 that inning, but 2 on again. Squaring to bunt this time. That one's on the outside corner. To Elliott, 0-1. Elliott had that single that goes with a ground out. He's 1 for 2 overall. This is his first time facing Gonzalez. Lefty-lefty matchup. Gonzalez will look. Bell back to the bag at second. Certainly a threat for another double steal. They already did that in the 3rd inning. And the same 2 guys, Bell and Guerra, on the bases. Again, squaring to bunt. And that one's in there again for a strike. 0-2. Can be difficult to kind of avoid the bunt, but JC's doing a good job finding his spots.
Yeah, hitting that outside corner both times.
Now puts the pressure on the Sluggin Rebels. 2 strikes, probably have to swing away here. Gonzalez looking for a big first out. This one slapped to third base. Could be 2. Maldonado tags the bag at 3rd for 1. On to first. Not in time. Just barely legged out by Easton Elliott. Guerra Over to second base. Easton Elliott reaches on the fielder's choice. So 1 out, same situation, but this time Drake Gerard at the plate. Gonzalez delivers. Just down low. Didn't quite get that one near the bottom of the zone. And Gonzalez behind here to Gerard, who's 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher and an infield pop. Long look at second for Gonzalez. Here's the delivery. And that was just outside. Seems like the zone kind of changing a little bit on JC's. Had a few out there that have been called, a few that haven't, from Hunter Fitzpatrick behind the dish. Now getting squeezed a little bit in a pivotal spot in the middle innings. Gonzalez delivers. This one slapped left side. Diving stop by Maldonado. How about it? He turns to second, and he got it out.
Wow. Outstanding play.
Great play.
Just another example of the Bad Cats playing great defense. We've talked about it a lot. This team has made 10 errors on the season, but that's pretty low considering a lot of the other teams in the league. Newton, who's played a few less games than the Bad Cats, has 20 errors as a group. So it's still very good defensively, and they just make so many great plays. They've probably made at least 3 star-studded plays in this game. Runners on the corners. Gray Rowlett at the plate. It's a first pitch strike. 0-1. Rowlett 1 for 2, an infield hit and a fly out on the day. That's outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's been a lot of base runners for Newton in this game. There's been only one 1-2-3 inning for the Bad Cats. It was the first inning from a defensive standpoint, but a lot of good defensive plays, clutch pitching early in the game, and has kept this one a 1-run ball game. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from JC. That one skips to the backstop. That's going to allow a run to come across. Ethan Garrett gets across the plate. A tough way for a run to come across on the wild pitch, and it's 3-1 Newton. Drake Gerard to second base. JC will have to recover here, 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and that one dropped right in the bucket. 3-2. Full count. JC trying to limit it to just 1 run of damage. Need a good one here. The payoff pitch. This one in the air, right field, right at Colby Christian. He's camped and makes the catch for the 3rd out. Wild pitch, scores a run for the Sluggin Rebels. Makes it a 3-1 game. We're halfway home here in Great Bend. Stay with us on the Bad Cats Media Network.
This is your catcher, Grant Farlander, and you're watching Bat Cats Baseball on the Bat Cats Media Network.
And we are back on the Bad Cats Media Network. Nay staying on the mound for the Sluggin Rebels. His first pitch is in for a strike as the Bad Cats are to the top of the order with Alex Rogers trying to get a spark here, down 3-1. Trying to avoid their first conference loss this season. Still plenty of baseball to play, though, here at Al Burns. That one drops too low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Raj is 0 for 2 in this one. A fly out to center and a pop out over to short. 1-1 pitch outside. Two balls and a strike. Raj digging back in. 2-1, and this one turned on and mashed out to deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's foul. And that ball was crushed by Raj, just turned on it a little bit too quickly, and the 2-2 is down low. Full count now to Raj. Trying to find any way to get on base. 3-2. This one hit the other way and past a diving Owens into right field. A base hit. Raj not stopping as Elliott took time to get to it. Here's the throw into second, and he's safe. But Raj looked like he may have gotten hurt on the way. John Mariani immediately over there, as well as Roger Ward, as Rogers down in the heap at second base. And some frustration there for Alex Rogers, and a lot of concern here in the ballpark for one of the most dynamic players you're going to find in the league, but not just that, one of the best leaders you're going to find struggling to put weight on his leg as he tries to walk around. He can see a limp out there from Raj. Tough to see. You just never know how it's going to look. It's one of those situations where it looked like Rogers made that decision that he was going to go for second and accelerated, and you don't know if his plant was good when he made that push to get to second as he does some calisthenics out by second. Not sure if he'll be able to stay in the ball game.
Looks like he's staying in.
And looks like it's going to stay that way for Alex Rogers. He'll stay at second base.
Heck yeah,
one of the toughest guys you'll find around. It's a round of applause, a hustle double for Raj. See if that sparks the Bad Cats offense. Dawson French will step in. We've heard it from a lot of players. This grass is kind of long, so it dies out there on its way, and that can allow for some of those doubles on ground ball base hits.
Yeah, if we were on turf, that would have been a for sure single, but since that long grass killed the ball, he was able to go two, especially with his speed.
First pitch missed to Dawson French. And time called there by French as he waits for the 1-0 pitch from Justin Nace. And it looks like Rogers is going to be unable to stay in the ball game. He tried to work it out, but it may be tightening up on him, and Jojo Nieves will come into the game to replace Rogers, who walks gingerly to the dugout. Handshake from Roger Ward as the dugout spills out. And that kind of shows the respect this team has for Alex Rogers.
Yeah, he's a veteran of this team, and he's definitely the team leader. So it sucks to see him go out like that.
Third year with the Bat Cats. So Nieves will take his place, leads off of second base. And Dawson French at the plate. Here's the 1-0. This one a little knuckly pop-up left side of the infield, and the shortstop, Patton, will call off third baseman Guerra and make the catch. That's the first out. Stepping in now will be the big man, Simon Laranaga.
Simon Laranaga.
Really tough here for the Bad Cats. They've lost 2 outfielders to injury in this game alone. Kyle Gates had to be replaced back in the second inning. Check that, make that the third he was replaced. And then now Alex Rogers out in the 5th. This pitch inside, but called a strike to Laranaga, 0-1. Oh, 1. And that's outside to Laranaga, 1-1. And talked about it earlier, how important the depth was for this team, and now that's coming to the forefront with a couple guys getting hurt in this one. One ball, one strike. Laranaga waves and misses at it, 1-2. Laranaga has a single to the left and a fly out. He's hit the ball hard twice. First time he's facing off against an ace, though. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Laranaga strikes out. Not something you see very often. We talked about how little he's done it. It was just the 4th time. Now 32 at bats.
Next up, the cleanup hitter, brought to you by Fuller Industries. He's the first baseman.
Second strikeout for Nace brings up Bodie Waller.
Waller!
Nace with a look back at second. And he will now look Nieves back to the bag. Bodie 1 for 2, but he has reached both times. Single in the first, reached on an error in the third, and he'll take one off the back in the 5th here. And that puts 2 on for Colby Christian. Colby still waiting for his first hit tonight. Ground out, and he reached on an error. Here's the first pitch. Missed outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Davis has his lead off a second, Waller off first. Here's the 1-0, and this one golfed out towards short, but it's lined to Patton, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Bad Cats strand a pair, and they still trail by 2, going to the 6th on the Bad Cats Media Network. Back here on the Bad Cats Media Network. Great Bend down 3-1 against Newton. J.C. Gonzalez trying to keep it where it is. An inside pitch that's bunted down the third baseline, but Coulter Maldonado lets it go foul. Patton at the plate 0 for 2. Grounded out and grounded into a double play. 0-1 this one off the inside of the bat, and it gets into right field as it couldn't be backhanded by Bodie Waller. And Newton has the leadoff guy on for the second inning in a row. Now to be Connor Owens, the first baseman. Reached twice, no official at-bats for him as he's been hit by a pitch and walked. He'll throw over to first here, and diving back in, Dalton Patton. As you'd expect, a like-for-like change in center field. Jojo Nieves now out there. Here's the first pitch. Nope, just kidding. We'll see another throw over to first. J.C. Gonzalez keeping tabs on Patton. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a blooper to the right side. That's going to be a base hit. Patton was on the run, so he'll scamper to third. And runners are on the corners. Back-to-back hits for the Sluggin Rebels. Looking to do damage in the top of the sixth.
Catcher, number 24, Jackson Young.
Now it'll be Jackson Young to the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's on the outside corner, JC. Trying to keep battling in there. Here's the pitch. This one cracked out towards right field, but Christian looks like he's got it. He's going to make the catch. They will tag. Here's the throw, but actually Patton stopped about halfway down the third baseline, decided to go back to third. Definitely a smart decision as Christian's throw was money. But that did allow Connor Owens to tag from first to second to in scoring position.
Left fielder, number 0, Brandon Harper.
So that brings Brandon Harper to the plate. Still a 3-1 ball game as J.C. Gonzalez trying to work some more magic. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Harper's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a lineout on his line so far. The 1-0. Inside, backed Harper up a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes. To the left-handed hitting outfielder. It's been really busy for Gonzalez since he came into the game in the 4th. He's let at least 2 on in every inning so far. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on one that was outside of the zone. Got the chase 2-1. There's one guy you want in this situation, though. It is Gonzalez with the veteran presence on the hill. Harper ready for the 2-1. Here's Gonzalez's delivery. Hit to the left side. Malone able to field it. Throws across, and it's in time. Rathan Malone with a great play. Run does come across. Harper gets the RBI. A really good throw from Malone. Looked like he wanted to backhand it originally and then made the late adjustment. Made a great throw on a hop to Bodie Waller. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the lineup. Jack Bell up. First pitch not there for J.C. Gonzalez. Bell has been a problem, though, at the bottom of the order with 2 hits, a single, a double, a couple of stolen bases, and a run scored. Gonzalez set. Dixon deals inside. Four 4-1 scores. We're getting toward the end of the middle innings, towards the latter part of the ball game, and the Bad Cats falling behind here. 2-0 pitch, and Bell takes a strike there, 2-1. Only lost once all season to this point against the Hayes Larks. That game on June 3rd. And they have not lost in conference 9-0. 4 wins against Mulvane, 4 against 316, and 1 against this Newton team in the opener of the series yesterday. Another strike to Bell. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Gonzalez trying to avoid having to pitch to the top of the order. Two coming. Foul tipped, and Schumacher got hit again, and that time that looked like it got him in a more sensitive spot.
Right in the thumb, I think.
Right in the thumb, you're right. And you can see, does the walk around. Been hit by a couple foul balls in this game. Bad Cats really just getting beat up all around. They've got a couple guys hurt, a couple guys hit. But Schumacher, he'll hang in there. Another 2-2 pitch on deck here from J.C. Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. And that's at the knees. Got him. Big strikeout for J.C. Gonzalez. One comes across to score in the top of the 6th inning on the RBI ground out from Brandon Harper. Cats starting to fall behind here, though. 4-1 the score. Need to get that offense going, see if they can when we come back here at Al Burns Memorial Field.
This is left-handed pitcher, outfielder Matthew Howell, and you're watching the Bat Cats on Bat Cat Media Network.
Back here in Great Bend, Coulter Maldonado stepping in against Justin Nace to lead off the inning. And first pitch is a strike taken by Maldonado. Nothing in one, couple of ground outs for Coulter in this game. Bad Cats haven't had much going as a whole offensively. That's outside 1-1. It's going to be especially difficult after the team lost a couple of their better bats in the game, as Rogers and Kyle Gates both out of the ball game with injuries. That was fouled away by Maldonado. It'll be 1-2. Here's a set the pitch, curveball, that's upstairs. The right release point there for Nace. The 2-2 to Maldonado. Downstairs, full count. Batcats 5 hits as a group so far. Only one run across. Wraith Malone bloop single back in the second inning, but they'll get themselves started here with a walk from Coulter Maldonado. First free pass allowed by Nace.
Number 6, Brady Kreitzer.
Now it's officially the second time around against Nace. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Batcats are able to make here. Trailing by 3 runs, bottom of the 6th. Kreitzer watches the first pitch outside. There's some action down in the Sluggin Rebels bullpen, right-hander throwing. Here's the 1-0 pitch from the left-hander. Fouled straight back by Kreitzer, but he was on it. Kreitzer 0 for 2. Struck out on 3 pitches in the second inning and then popped out to first. Here's the 1-1. This one hit the other way, right field. This is going to be a tough play for Easton Elliott. He dives, and he can't make the play. And Maldonado thought he did, so he's only able to get to second base, but 2 on for the Batcats, and they're cooking with gas in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the lineup. Getting things going for Great Bend. He's up Cy Schumacher, the 8-hole. Schumacher is 1 for 2 with a triple and a strikeout. Nobody out in the inning. Runners on first and second. Schumacher represents the tying run. Nate's going to step off. Now he's set again. Here's the pitch to Schumacher. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Good movement on that one from Nace. Really the first time the Batcats have had much going. Squaring to bunt now. Schumacher pops it up. And that's a great one-handed grab by fan of the crowd. Count is 0-2 though to Schumacher. He couldn't get that bunt down. Now he'll be on the defensive. Here's the pitch from Nace. That's a pitch trying to get Schumacher to chase. He's not buying it though. It'll stay 1-2. Pitch to Schumacher. Good patience at the plate, 2-2. Not panicking with 2 strikes in the box in a big spot. Waiting for something he can rip. Count now even.
Missed high.
Again, missed it high. 3-2. How about that fight back from Cy Schumacher? And he's got to get back into the strike zone here. Payoff pitch,
Yes,
and he
way
cannot
outside.
get it. Ball for an easy take there for Schumacher in the end. And the bases are loaded. Will we see a visit? Yes, we will. Sluggin Rebels in some trouble here all of a sudden. Bases loaded. They do have a 3-run lead. But we will see head coach Kyle Olson in his first season take the ball away from Justin Nason. We will have a pitching change for the Sluggin Rebels. Whoever they do bring out, though, is coming into a tough spot. Bases loaded and nobody out. We're going to step aside here on the Bad Cats Media Network, and we'll have who that reliever is when we come back. So back here on the Bad Cats Media Network, the new arm is a big right-hander out of Redlands Community College. It's Cale Schroeder, 6'2", 180, from Amber, Oklahoma. Redlands Community College in El Reno, Oklahoma. And he looks like he's got some pretty good velocity he's working with. First pitch missed, though, to Ratham Malone, and that always becomes a question with guys that can really rear back and throw it. Now if they know where it's going. 1-0. This one popped foul behind the plate. Young took a step to take a look, but that one going to bounce off the top of the overhang. One ball, one strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. Coulter Maldonado at third, Cy Schumacher at first, and Brady Kreitzer at second. 1-1. Wildly outside and high. Nathan Malone, an opportunity to make a big difference here in this one. He already has an RBI. And he hits one off the end of the bat, the right side, and it's booted by Owens. That gets into the outfield. One run scores. Here comes the second run, and it scores as well. Throw to second, gets away from the shortstop, Patton. Batcats cut the deficit to just one as Maldonado scores and Kreitzer scores. Schumacher gets to third, and Malone over to second. Four straight Cats have reached base. And another poorly timed defensive miscue for Newton. Error on Owens allows 2 to score. Now the Batcats are productive out for taking the lead with JoJo Nieves at the plate. First pitch up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Nieves, first at bat, he came in for Alex Rogers as a pinch runner in the 5th. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Nieves, and that's outside. 2 balls, no strikes as Schroeder continues to struggle to find the zone. Nieves back in. The 2-0. High ball 3.
This is a take all the way.
And the Batcats on the verge of loading the bases again. The pitch on the outside corner was a stone cold take from JoJo. Still in a good spot, though, 3-1. Batcats have never led in this game. Pitch down low, ball 4, and the bases are full again. Dawson French at the plate. This could be a pivotal spot in this one.
Especially with Simon coming up next on deck. If Frenchie can get either a base hit or a walk, bases loaded out, no outs with Simon, that would be great.
French is 0 for 1. That one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Check that 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out.
Coach coming out.
And with the scattering of pitches, we will see another visit here, and will there be another change? So it'll be an extended talk at the very least. Is Kyle Olson out again? Talking to Schroeder, who has entered and allowed Wraith Malone to reach on an error and has walked JoJo Nieves. Now started 1-0 to Dawson French. But here, Elson going to stick with Schroeder. So Dawson is back in. Here's the pitch. High ball 2.
Dawson's a smart player. I feel like he's taken, unless it's right down the middle.
Especially when you know that Schroeder's struggling with his command. You can't give him any free ones until he proves he can consistently get it over the plate. Yep. That's down and in, ball 3, and there is no way on earth he's swinging at this pitch. A walk would tie the game. There's no help coming in the Newton bullpen. 3-0.
Oh.
Ooh, and that went inside and hit him. But French will take it. He'll run down to first. They got ice in the dugout as the game is tied at 4. An RBI hit by pitch from Dawson French brings up Simon Larinaga. Schumacher came across to score. Malone to third. Nieves to second.
For the designated hitter, number 25, Simon.
Things have unraveled on the Sluggin Rebels as we're knotted at 4. 6 straight Cats have reached. And the last guy you want to see in the batters box, Simon Larinaga. He's 1 for 3. First pitch.
Oh,
and that's going to hit him in the back. And the Batcats have taken the lead on back-to-back hit-by pitches from Cale Schroeder. Malone scores. It's 5-4 Batcats.
The bases are still full of Batcats for the cleanup hitter.
So bases is still loaded. Now for Bodie Waller as the Batcats have their first lead of the ball game. There's only been 1 hit this inning. 3 walks, 1 error, and 2 hit by pitches. That one down low, 1-0 as Schroeder still nowhere near the zone. Throwing the ball all over the place out there, 1-0. Still can't get one 2-0, and I think it's kind of almost an infinite take sign at this point until you see a strike, you can't swing. And that one is a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Schroeder back in the zone, and now Waller can at least think about swinging.
Even then, I think it's got to be a cookie, and I think Bodie knows that too.
2-1. Up and away. 3 balls and a strike. Now it's 1 pitch, 1 spot. Three and 1. Bodie's the 8th Batcat at the plate. Base is loaded. Newton on the verge of letting this get away. Outside ball 4. 4th walk issued by Schrader. Or second, my apologies. But the 4th walk this inning. And here comes Kyle Olson. And this has got to be it at this point for Schrader. He takes the ball from him. And there will be a move made to a new arm as the Batcats now lead 6-4. Bases still loaded. Still nobody out as we step aside here on the Batcats Media Network. how the tides have turned in this bottom of the 6th inning. The Batcats have scored 5 runs to take a 6-4 lead over the Newton Sluggin Rebels. The bases are still loaded, and the Rebels are going to turn it to Ethan Guerra, the third baseman, to take over on the mound as Luke Lanning will come in and take his position at third base. First pitch is across for a strike to Colby Christian, the 9th hitter to come to the plate. Guerra with a long wait here. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And no balls, 2 strikes. Guerra's not pitched this year. He's listed as utility, though, so he's a guy who can do both. He's ahead on Colby Christian, 0-2. Colby's 0 for 3 in the game. That one way outside. As Young just barely kept that from going to the backstop and creating more chaos on the bases. It's 1-2 as Guerra ready at the belt. The 1-2 pitch, and that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Guerra faring better than Schroeder from a standpoint of just finding the strike zone, and still not getting that put-away pitch. This is the 9th batter of the inning, and there's still nobody out. Nowhere to put anybody. You got to throw a strike here. The pitch. Swing and a miss, Scott Christian. So we're back to where this inning started with Coulter Maldonado, who led it off with a walk.
3 on for the 3-bagger. Number 3, Coulter Maldonado.
Maldonado still 0 for 2. And the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike.
Pounding the zone a little more now.
Batcats kind of have to have a little bit of a change in approach. Used to seeing a strike, getting 3 pitches into the at-bat. Now they may need to start to attack early. Time taken here as Guerra will step off. Here's the 0-1. Well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Been a long inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Walk, hit, walk, error. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, strikeout. One. Swing and a miss from Maldonado. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Short up, base smoke. Here you go, kid.
Guerra ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This point for Guerra looking just for damage limitation on the mound. It's a 2-run game that's not out of hand, but it can get there. One swing of the bat. From the belt, Guerra ready. 2-2. Fouled away by Maldonado. He'll stay alive. So we'll go again. 2-2 count. Bases are full. 1 out. Batcats with a 2-run lead. Here's the pitch, and Maldonado takes it outside. Full count. There's nowhere to go. Walk forces in a run. Big 3-2 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to right. It will be caught by Elliott. Tagging from third base is French. He scores. And that gets it to a 7-4 ball game. Just doing your job. Larinaga got to third. Waller stayed at first, so runners on the corners. 2 down now for Brady Kreitzer. Kreitzer has the one hit this inning. Single to right field. First pitch, Kreitzer fouls it straight back.
It's a good swing.
He's been on it, and he's shown that a couple of times. Set at the belt, 0-1, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kreitzer 1 for 3 as a whole for this game. Runners on the corners can still pad the lead for the Batcats. 1-1 pitch.
Way outside.
2 balls and a strike. There's just been very few at-bats this entire inning that have found a result after 1 or 2 pitches.
Yep.
They're ready, 2-1, and Kreitzer swings and misses in this count. Evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Considering where this could have gone, if Newton can get out of this with a 3-run deficit, probably a small victory. They still have the bases loaded and nobody out at a 6-4 game. Outside 3-2, but then again, we're not there yet. Guerra trying to end this nightmare of an inning. Payoff pitch, and it's popped up on the infield. First baseman Owens makes the catch, and that finally retires the side. Batcats bring 11 to the plate, and they score 6 runs to take a 7-4 lead here on the Batcats Media Network as we enter the late innings here at Al Burns Memorial Field.
This is infielder Brady Kreitzer. You're watching Batcats Baseball on Batcats Media Network.
back here on the Bad Cats Media Network. Ethan Guerra to lead off the top of the 7th inning for Newton after that disaster of bottom of the 6th. Hits one in the air right field, and Colby Christian dives and makes a great catch.
Defense all around is top notch.
Making the job easy for the guys on the mound. J.C. Gonzalez still on the mound, and we get that first out of Ethan Guerra. This is Easton Elliott at the plate. And the first pitch missed. 1 ball, no strike. Normally you can see guys struggle a little bit after an inning that long just to find the control because you're almost like it's like coming into the game again.
Yeah. It's definitely tough, but I mean, if your team gives you 6 runs and it takes 45 minutes, so be it. You'll take those runs any day of the week.
That down low, 2 balls, no strikes to Elliott. He's 1 for 3, a 2 RBI single in the third, the highlight of his night. Here's the 2-1. He's squaring to bunt. Pulls back as the pitch is outside. JC way behind 3-0 on Easton Elliott. Trying to find his way back, but he will not on this pitch low and in. Ball 4. Second walk given up by Gonzalez. Brings Drake Gerard to the plate. First pitch, runner on the move. Throw down by Schumacher is not in time. Elliott snags second base. Now an even 4 stolen bases in the game for the Sluggin Rebels, but they still find themselves chasing. Gonzalez set. There's the 1-1 pitch outside. 1-1 Gerard, 0 for 3. Ground out, pop out, fielder's choice. One inside. Ball 2. Correction here. This is actually Luke Lanning that's in here as the Sluggin Rebels have decided to kill the DH so Garrett can still hit. So Lanning will take over for Drake Gerard's spot in the lineup. And runner on the move for third, and the pitch is a strike. No throw attempted by Schumacher. Lanning looking to bring that run in from third, try and close the gap a little. J.C. Gonzalez set at the belt. He kicks and he deals. Up and away, full count. Game's had a lot of twists and turns. Newton had a 4-1 lead. Bad Cats turned it around with a 6th run, bottom of the 6th to make it 7-4, but they're on the verge of at least giving a little something back. The payoff pitch. High, ball 4, and maybe a little outside. 3 walks from JC. Runners on the corners now for the cleanup hitter, Gray Rowlett, as Lanning gets on at first. Here's the pitch from JC. That's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rowlett 1 for 3 with an infield hit. He is the tying run. Gonzalez really wants something on the ground here, trying to get himself out of this one. Lefty deals. Inside and low, 2-0. Just can't seem to figure this game out right now, Braden. It's kind of falling all over the place, and now here's Roger Ward to try and stem the tide a little bit. Game has been everywhere. 4-1 Newton lead, 7-4 Bad Cat lead, but now runners on the corners and JC behind, 2-0 in the count. Not sure if there's any action. The bullpen, our view, is obstructed down the left field line where the Bad Cats bullpen is.
Leaving them in.
They're going to stay with JC for now. Two-0 count. Rowlett at the plate. Here's a set in the pitch from JC, and this one crushed out to deep left field. Going back on it is French, but that is a game-tying 3-run shot from Gray Rowlett, and this game is tied at 7. Holy smokes, the game has another turn. I mean, that was not a bad pitch. It didn't look like from JC. Inside part of the plate. Better swing, though, from Rowlett. Pitch is inside, 1-0. Setting the pitch. He's squaring to bunt. This one's a good one down the third base side. Maldonado picks it up the throw.
Oh, good play.
Oh, hey, how about that? Coulter Maldonado, a sensational play defensively to deny a hit from Dalton Patton, who tried to lay down the bunt. So the game tied, 2 outs, nobody on for Connor Owens. His pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Owens has not been retired in this game. 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 hit. Here's the 1-0, and he hits one a ton out to deep left field. Dawson French is running, but that is a foul ball. That was nearly trouble down into the corner. But instead, just a long strike. Owens comes back to the plate with a 1-1 count. JC delivers 1-1. This one fouled away by Owens. 1 ball, 2 strikes. JC trying to get out of this. 1-2. Swing another foul ball from Owens. Count stays 1-2. 3-run home run ties the game for Newton, courtesy of Gray Rowlett. Took an inside pitch out to deep left field. That gets look like they were in control. Now we are back on the seesaw. 1-2 from JC. This one in the air, shallow part of right center. Brady Kreitzer calling everybody off, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Newton Sluggin Rebels do big damage, tying the game up. 3-run shot from Gray Rowlett And this game's tied at 7 as it's time to stretch here in Great Bend.
This is Batcats outfielder Dawson Fringe. You're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
Batcats Sluggin Rebels is tied at 7 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cy Schumacher at the plate. First pitch, he'll take a ball outside, 1-0. And the Batcats pretty much find themselves back working again. They felt like they were in a good spot, up 3 runs, but that's evaporated into thin air on them in just a half of an inning. It's a strike at the knees to Cy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cy 1 for 2. Triple, strikeout, and a walk, 2 runs scored. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and this one fouled off by Cy. And counts 1-2. Ethan Guerra staying on the mound for Newton. He was able to settle things down there in the bottom of the 6th inning, keep it from getting completely out of hand. Guerra into his wind, 1-2. Up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitching has been a little bit hit or miss both sides so far. 2-2. Flared foul by Schumacher as Lanning absolutely hauling over there down by the third base side, but that gets out of play. Cats sent 11 to the plate last inning, came away with 6 runs. And Newton tied it in the top half of the 7th. 3-run home run from Gray Rowlett. Now Cy Schumacher at the plate trying to start something for the Batcats again. Counts 2-2. Set and the pitch. Outside.
Working a good at bat.
Full count. I mean, he's been tough to put away in this game.
Yeah.
It'll be a 3-2. Swing and a miss got him there on the payoff pitch. And Guerra has his second strikeout. He's up the 9-hole, Rathan Malone.
The shortstop, number 2, Rathan Malone.
Malone 1 hit and 3 at bats, an RBI, a run scored. You put the ball in play, and that's what they say. You put it in play, you never know what could happen, and that's what happened in the 6th. He brought 2 runs in after an error by the first baseman. First pitch strike from Guerra. 0-1 count. There's a set. Guerra delivers a breaking ball that's outside, 1-1. Series continues tomorrow night down at Klein Scott Field in Newton. 7 o'clock first pitch as the Batcats head out on the road to get ready to finish this series. They play one on Friday, then the next on Sunday. We'll have the games here on the Batcats Media Network. Hope you can join us. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Malone. Swing and a miss. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Guerra. And the top of the order comes up with JoJo Nieves.
Number 8, JoJo Nieves.
Nieves walked back in the 6th. First pitch to him, outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Nieves replaced an injured Alex Rogers in the bottom of the 5th after he was hurt. Running between first and second. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Nieves swings and misses. And the count moves to 2-1. Nieves came into the game hitting .250. 4 for 16. And has drawn 3 walks. 2-1 pitch. And that found the outside corner. 2-2. Garrett trying to strike out the side here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Garrett with a long wait here has the sign and the 2-2. Swinging a foul ball, and Nieves not going down without a fight.
He just slid for the ball.
Here's another 2-2. Nieves staying alive again with a chopper and a good barehanded play down there in the dugout. Looked like that was Trace Maddox. So we'll go 2-2 again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Ethan Guerra strikes out the side in the bottom of the 7th inning. Keeps the score at 7-7, heading for the 8th here on the Batcats Media Network. Should be an exciting finish here in Great Bend.
This is outfielder Riley Silva, and you're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
We are through 7 innings of action here in Great Bend. Nothing between Newton and Great Bend. 7-7 score as the Batcats and Roger Ward will turn to the bullpen and bring in George Austin, left-hander for the Batcats out of Northeast Texas Community College. 6-foot frame there on the bump. His first pitch is a strike called on the outside corner, 0-1. Certainly always comfortable for a guy to be throwing to a catcher that he's familiar with. Schumacher and Austin, both from Northeast Texas. Jackson Young at the plate, the catcher. Got a 1-1 count on him. Austin winds and deals. That's high. 2 balls and a strike. Austin finding his rhythm, 2-1. That fouled off by Young. And the count now 2-2. Young is 1 for 3 on an infield hit in the 4th. Strikeout and a fly out for him as well. Here's the 2-2. And that's right in there. Strike 3, and it froze Jackson Young. He was looking for something else, clearly. Austin has appeared in 3 games so far for the Batcats, 5 innings pitched. He's only allowed 1 hit, 8 strikeouts in 3 innings. He's 1-0 with 1 save. So we'll have a pinch hitter here. Tyler Palmer from the University of Nebraska will come in. Pinch hit for Brandon Harper, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that just missed inside. Hometown crowd here at Al Burns Memorial Field giving Hunter Fitzpatrick a piece of their minds. Here's the pitch, and that one missed as well. 3-1 now.
Right around the zone.
Not quite getting the call. So Palmer in a good hitter's count, 3-1 the pitch. This one popped foul out of play, and the count will be full. Be a 3-2. Austin looks set already. Just waiting for Palmer to step back in. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew it by him. That was all gas.
George looks firm out there.
Now it's 10 strikeouts on the season in 3 2/3 innings. He's only registered 1 non-strikeout out.
Yeah. You can tell when he's out there, he's got strikeout stuff. Everything is power. Fastball, it looks really firm, and his 2 off speeds are just fall off the table gross.
This one upstairs and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. Jack Bell at the plate. He's 2 for 3. Single, double, a strikeout, 2 stolen bases. 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin continuing to pound the strike zone. 1-1. And that's not there. 2-1.
He's not missing by much.
The set 2-1. That was down low, a check swing. They will appeal. No swing, says Matt Weaver. Three balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Austin trying to strike out the side in the top of the 8th inning. He's already got Jackson Young and Tyler Palmer trying to finish it off with Jack Bell. The payoff pitch. And that's just low, ball 4.
That one was starting to run off.
So Austin allows a 2-out walk, and that will bring the pitcher Ethan Guerra to the plate. There's the first pitch. That's inside, gets to the backstop as Bell gets to second base. So the lead run in scoring position for the Sluggin Rebels, and the count's 1-0. Guerra's 0 for 2. 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Mad Cats have not allowed a hit to him in this series. He's 0 for 6 overall, despite coming into the series with a .600 batting average. He fouls that one back, 1-1. Guerra digs back in. 1-1 pitch. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. That walk allowed by Austin seems to have got him off his mojo a little bit. Got to find it. The 2-1. Outside ball 3. Hitter's count for Ethan Guerra. Got to tread carefully. Austin set. At the belt, looks back at second. He comes home with it. Swing and a opposite field fly ball that's got Dawson French on the run. He reaches up and he makes a great catch.
What a play.
Dawson French keeps this game tied at 7 apiece. Going to the bottom of the 8th on the Bad Cats Media Network. This has been a defensive showcase by the Bad Cats all around.
This is pitcher David Stewart. You're watching Batcats Media Network, home of the Great Bend Batcats.
Ball game still tied in the bottom of the 8th inning, but the Batcats have the right guys up here with 2, 3, 4 due up. Dawson French, Simon Larinaga, and Bodie Waller due up here against Ethan Guerra. First pitch is on the ground to third base. Landing up with it. The throw is way off target. And that allows French to reach. Actually, check that. We do have a pitching change for this squad. It is Dalton Patton now on the mound. Patton, right-hander from Eastern Oklahoma State, will replace Ethan Guerra on the hill. There's a French reach there on a E5. Simon Larinaga at the plate. First pitch, he took a mighty hack at it but missed. No balls and 1 strike. Patton set. He throws over to first. Patton has thrown 2 scoreless innings this season with 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed. And he did give up actually 1 run that was unearned, so no earned runs in 2 innings. That's inside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Larinaga. Larinaga 1 for 3, has a hit and a hit by pitch in this game. 1-1 and no, get hit again.
Gosh.
Patton allows the first 2 on. Bodie Waller comes to the plate. Getting exciting here in the bottom of the 8th.
Brought to you by Ford Industries. First baseman, number 30, Bodie Waller.
Here's the set and the pitch. Outside to Waller, 1-0. For reference as well, Ethan Guerra, the pitcher, slides to shortstop. Just a straight swap with him and Patton, who's now on the mound. 1-0 pitch to Bodie. Downstairs and away. 2 balls, no strikes.
Getting dangerous.
Got a free swinger at the plate who has reached base all 4 times. He's had a hit, reached on an error, hit by a pitch, and walked it. And 2-0. Bodie takes that down low, 3-0. Waller digs back in. Got to be a good one for him to swing at 3-0. Pitch.
Outside.
Not there. Outside. Ball 4. Bases loaded.
The bases are full of Batcats for the right fielder.
This brings up Colby Christian. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Just try and get something in play. Bring in the lead run from third. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, 0-1. Pitch is swing and a miss there from Colby Christian, and the count is now 0-2. Christian's 0 for 4. Now would be the time to get your first hit, 0-2. Fouled straight back, staying alive. Christian really got to scratch and claw in there and trying to avoid the strikeout. Just trying to get something in play, make something happen, infield in for the Sluggin Rebels. Here the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there for Patton, and there's one away. So now the pressure on Coulter Maldonado.
3, Coulter Maldonado.
All eyes on him here. Bases loaded. 1 out. Out of the 8th inning. First pitch strike across from Patton. 0-1. Maldonado, 2 ground outs, a walk and a sac fly. Here's Patton's 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Man, he's just challenging him with heaters.
There you go, 3.
Patton way ahead 0-2. After he loads the bases. 0-2 swing and a miss. Another heater, and Maldonado down on strikes, and somehow, some way, Patton on the verge of getting out of this unscathed. Brady Kreitzer at the plate.
Brady Kreitzer.
And just another turn in this one, Braden.
Yeah. This game's had everything.
First pitch to Kreitzer. That's down low, 1-0. Kreitzer, 1 hit and 4 at bats. And for the defining moment here early in this game, or early in the season, I should say. That one's high. 2 balls, no strikes, and now Patton has to throw a challenge pitch to Kreitzer. The 2-0. Did challenge him there. It was fouled away by Brady. 2 balls, 1 strike. Still danger lurking, though, for Patton. Still a hitter's count for Brady. The 2-1. Kreitzer hits one up the middle, a base hit. Dawson French scores. Here comes Simon Larinaga. The throw's going to go to third, and they're safe there. Bodie Waller safe, and Brady Kreitzer with the big one. Shoots one up the middle to give the Bad Cats a 9-7 edge.
Clutch 2-out hitting.
Another turn. There it is again as Kreitzer 2 RBI single, second hit of the game. That brings up Cy Schumacher. Bad Cats retake the lead, 2-1 now for Cy Schumacher. Here's the first pitch. Down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Roller coaster of an inning. Bad Cats at the bases loaded with nobody out, then back-to-back strikeouts, and then Brady Kreitzer with a 2 RBI base hit up the middle. This ball is going to be a tough play, and that's going to drop in no man's land. 2 more runs come across to score as Waller and Kreitzer get across. Cy Schumacher with a bloop hit to make it 11-7. And brings to the plate Wraith and Malone. Bad Cats have plated a total of 4 in the inning. And now the Rebels behind again. Wraith and Malone at the plate. First pitch is popped foul. No balls, 1 strike. Bad Cats have showcased the resilience here in this one. First game they really had a gut check. Down late in the game, had to fight their way back and done it a couple of times. 0-1. Down low, 1-1. They've had to deal with momentum shifts and all kinds of things in this game. It's just been an all-over-the-place baseball game. But they lead 11-7 in the late innings. Here's the 1-1 pitch down low. 2-1. Malone 1 for 4. Two-one. Ooh, and that hit off of Rathan's helmet. Nolan makes his way over towards first base. He'll be up down there by first base umpire Matt Weaver. But some issues with Newton hitting guys in this game. Not saying that any of it was on purpose, certainly, but I mean, they've hit 5 guys in the game.
Most of them have been up, too, shoulder and above.
So to the top of the order, and JoJo Nieves, 9th Cats, come to the plate this inning.
It's number 8, JoJo Nieves.
Nieves is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Struck out his last time up. Trying to pad the lead more for the Batcats. First pitch, and this one grounded to the left side, foul. Batcats have gotten 3 straight to reach, 2 hits and a hit by pitch. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball that's hit again into shallow center. It's another tough play. Bell coming in, but he will make this catch. And that retires the side. But the Batcats get 4 across their 3 outs away from improving to 10-0 in conference this season. Can they do it? We will find out when we come back on the Batcats Media Network.
This is outfielder Colby Christian for the Batcats. You're watching Batcats Baseball on the Batcats Media Network.
Back to baseball in Great Bend. Batcats lead now 11-7. They're going to look to George Austin to finish this one off. First pitch is down low, taken for a ball. Easton Elliott leading off the inning. The pitch is swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. George Austin came on in the top of the 8th inning. 2 strikeouts and a flyout to go with a walk in that inning. So look pretty locked in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He's squaring a bunt. This one gets down the left side. Going to be a hard play for George, and he's just going to eat it. That's going to be a base hit. Good bunt single there from Easton Elliott will bring up the third baseman, Luke Lanning. Actually, look like we're going to get a pinch hitter here before anything goes down, and it is going to be Balin Sorensen The catcher yesterday went 3 for 4. Look over at first base as Austin comes ready. And the pitch to Sorensen. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
George admits that when the game's close, he really gets into the ball game. I think that's what makes him an effective late inning pitcher. Another glance at first, and he comes home with a breaking ball. And that one was up high. That still had some action on it, though. Georgia in the driver's seat here. He deals. That one just outside. It was a competitive pitch, though. Counting out 1 and 2 after that one awfully close on the outside part of the plate. Austin back ready again, though. Shoemaker setting up high. Swinging a foul ball. Schumacher wanted something, again, let her high as a challenge pitch and got it up there, but Sorensen fought it off. So we'll go again with a 1-2 count. Cats with a 4-run lead. Austin delivers. And that one's going to be in there. Strike 3 called. Sorensen caught window shopping, and that's the 3rd strikeout for George Austin. And that brings up Gray Rowlett, who has 2 hits, including that 3-run home run that tied the game in the 7th. Here's the first pitch. Low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Batcats trying to keep what is a franchise best winning streak going. At this point has stretched to 12 games. That one's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. They were 2-1 after that loss to Hayes on June the 3rd. And now they sit here 13-1. That one's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2.
Right there.
Austin looking for the punch out or something on the ground. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin has his sign. 2-2. This one grounded to third. Could be 2. Maldonado gets it over to second for 1. On to first, and safe. It's a good turn, but it'll just be a fielder's choice. So that brings up the pitcher, Dalton Patton.
Oh, the runner hurt himself.
But before that, it looks like the runner got hurt. Down there on the first base side, Gray Rowlett running through the bag. He was digging down the line, and he is leaning down by the first base side, and he'll limp back to the dugout. We'll get a pinch runner. And that pinch runner will be Micah Dvorak. So Dvorak takes over for Gray Rowlett on first base. And the pitcher, Dalton Patton, at the plate. Cats not away from completing this wild ride victory. First pitch from George is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. ready in the pitch. Down 2-0 and still an out to go, but I think, Braid, when you look at this, if the Bad Cats were to hold on, I think there's a lot of credit to go around from a hitting, pitching, and fielding standpoint.
It was definitely a gritty game. I mean, good pitch. When you're facing a quality opponent like this, sometimes the game is going to go quite your way. We were down 4-1 throughout the first half of this game, and all of a sudden, you know, our offense can't stay quiet for long, and we put up 6. So it was just nice to see the grit, especially out of the offense.
That one gets away from the catcher. Schumacher will put runners on first and second. Two walks now for George, as Schumacher may have gotten crossed up there, and he'll head out to talk to George, especially with the runner on second base. Signs get a little more convoluted. Now looks sent, and Connor Owen steps in. Tying run is in the on-deck circle, but Owens has to get on first. Here's the first pitch. This one hit sharply, and it hit the runner, and he's going to be out, and that's going to be the ball game.
What a way to end it.
Kind of a wild way to finish a game, but this has been a wild game, so I guess it's fitting when you look at it as the Bad Cats are going to win it. Final score 11-7, and I mean, just absolute lunacy all the way around here in Great Bend. It's a 2 RBI go-ahead single by Brady Kreitzer that sparked the Bad Cats past the Newton Rebels, and they have continued this winning streak. They have won 12 games in a row and 10-0 in conference. Their best start continues in franchise history. I mean, you cannot ask for a better ball game than what the folks got here in Great Bend. 11-7 the final score. George Austin will take the win for the Bad Cats, while the loss on the other side will go to Dalton Patton, who came in during that 8th inning where the Bad Cats took the lead. I mean, holy smokes, what a ball game. We'll have more time to break it down when we come back on the Bad Cats post-game show live here from Al Burns Memorial Field. Stay with us.
This is shortstop Dre Amaral, and you're watching the Bat Cats Media Network, home of the Bat Cats.
And welcome back here to Bad Cats Baseball. Bad Cats win 7-11, or 11-7, I should say, and win their first two against the Newton Sluggin Rebels. They're now 10-0 in conference play, and I'm joined now by our player of the game, Brady Kreitzer, 2 for 5, had the go-ahead 2 RBI single in the 8th inning. And kind of take me through that at bat, Brady. What was the approach going in there with 2 outs and 2 on?
Kind of seemed like from the couple guys before that he was just feeding fastballs, and I was going up there looking for that first pitch fastball, and I got it, and I missed it, but I stayed with my approach, looking the other way, and just got a good pitch to hit, low in the zone. Hit it up the middle, unfortunately, shattered my bat, but it died a hero, so it was worth it.
And the Bad Cats kind of fell behind early in this game and battled back through kind of what was a wild ball game. What does that say about the grit and the character of this unit as a whole?
You look at our roster, and we're loaded with JUCO guys. I think we only got 3 or 4 four-year school guys, so we knew coming into this year that we were going to have a tough team and just battling and not giving up on anything, and I think it showed a lot of determination that our lineup was just able to stick with it and keep hitting balls hard and found some holes and made some plays.
And, I almost lost my voice today with all the great defensive plays that this team made today. And you in particular had a great line-out double play that you made out there. This team has really taken a lot of pride in its defense, and, how has that kind of helped all around the diamond?
A good defense is where a win starts. You hear it all the time. Defense wins championships, and when we play clean baseball, making all the routine plays, it makes it easy on our pitchers, not giving up too many runs, and then that allows our offense to kind of take a step back and relax and not have to try to out-hit everybody. And, our pitchers walked some guys, and they had a couple of weak hits fall here and there, but, our offense stepped up, and our defense made some plays to limit some big innings.
Thanks again for joining us, Brady. We really appreciate it. Bad Cats get the win. Well, be ready to close it down when we come back on the Bad Cats postgame show. Back in a moment. Time to close it down here in Great Bend. Bad Cats win it. Final score 11-7, and the Newton Sluggin Rebels will drop to 7-4 on the season, while the Bad Cats improve to a preposterous 14-1. They've won 12 in a row and 10 straight conference games. Best start in the history of the Bad Cats franchise, which dates back to the 2017 season. And they continue to improve that lead at the top of the Sunflower Collegiate League. And as much as it's still the early going of the season, the more you do early, the less you have to do late. And the Bad Cats have really got it going early and won 2 in a row against Newton. And this team was second coming into this series in the SCL. And you've at least guaranteed a split with this team after winning both of your home games. Bad Cats will head to the road, some hostile territory coming up. Newton tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Klein Scott Field, and then they're off Saturday, back in it on Sunday again at Klein Scott Field, and then even they start the series in Hayesville at Plagens Carpenter Park, so they're not back at home until June the 21st against the Hayesville Aviators. That'll be the second game of that 3-game set, but we'll see how the Bad Cats do on the road, because the home cooking has certainly been there undefeated at home, whether it's been down at Lawson Biggs Field at the Great Bend Sports Complex or here at Al Burns. Bad Cats have really found themselves comfortable at home, and they win it again here. 11-7 the final score. Winning pitcher for this one is George Austin, who came in late and held the Newton Bats at bay, while the loss goes to Dalton Patton, who, despite having 2 outs with the bases loaded, gave up that 2 RBI single to Brady Kreitzer, and then the 2-out hit that brought in 2 runs to Cy Schumacher that kind of put the game out of reach for the Newton Sluggin Rebels. And the Bad Cats end up coming away with both here at Al Burns Memorial Field. And that's how it went here in Great Bend. So that'll do it for us here from Al Burns Memorial Field. Thank you all for listening. Also appreciate Braden Tower coming up and joining me in the box for this one for the final time here from Al Burns. Bad Cats win 11-7 for the entire crew. My name is Mark McClure, bidding everybody farewell and a pleasant rest of your Thursday evening.